really rough summer. No one You know what? Okay. Classic festival here. Maybe it's a dolphin. It's going to do like a dolphin show like in all the other theme parks. No? Okay. George! George, get out of the water! Oh. Daniel, George had a lot of guts to be out there. Bad choice of words. You know, I talk for a living. Okay, yeah. Okay, we hear you. Repeat, clear the area. We're clearing. That's annoying. You know, they usually put shark bait, not a simple yellow shark bait. So keep your eyes out on that. Maybe he'll just there. He took the bait. Oh, he took the whole pier. He's taking the tram! Oh. They're not messing around when they label him with flammable. But the good news is I don't see the sharks anywhere. We're right there. Jaws. Now I told you we tested him in a water tank up on stage 27. But then when they took him to the Atlantic Ocean, he didn't really care for the salt water. He sunk to the bottom on the first day of filming. The production crew, they called it claws instead of jaws. They were punny back in the 70s, weren't they? Here's Spielberg with more about his pet fish.
That's a much maligned shark. It didn't really work all the time. It didn't work hardly at all.
Wherever you were on the island, you could hear the radio mics. They were always saying, the shark is not working. Repeat, the shark is not working.
We just waited around. We just waited and waited and waited. The shark worked well enough. For a while there, we had to fix it all the time. So I really owe the shark a lot.
Yes, how much you owe the shark. And that's Steven Spielberg hanging out in his shark as a little skinny kid there. Now take a look back down at those sets. Do you recognize them from anything else? Well, you should, because they served as Cabot Cove, home of Angela Lansbury for several very successful seasons of Murder, She Wrote. Now, Angela Lansbury was actually a Broadway star. She was a Tony Award-winning actress and singer before she ever came to the small screen in television. She even did the musical, the operetta musical, Pirates of Penzance for Universal Studios. I've got a little guy in my car saying, oh yeah, he's about 7, so I know he's seen the Pirates of Penzance. That's an opera, buddy. Alright, up there on your right-hand side, we have what's called the Chicken Ranch. That is not a facade. That is a fully practical house. You can go on the inside or the outside. John Travolta and Dolly Parton have all called it home. If you're a fan of Ghost Whisperer, there's an episode where Melinda gets kidnapped by a bank robber. The interior scenes were filmed in that house. Now take a quick look over on your left, folks. This is the mouth of Wisteria Lane. Today, because the ladies are filming, but let's take a look at what Wisteria Lane looks like on ABC's hit drama, Desperate Housewives.
Welcome, Wisteria Lane.
Oh, thanks, Edie. That's sweet, but we couldn't get in because you're filming. Now, the next time you watch Desperate Housewives, take a good look at Bob and Lee's house. They're the neighbors with the annoying fountain. That house was actually 1313 Mockingbird Lane. It was the home of the Munsters before Desperate Housewives used it. In fact, we used to call Wisteria Lane Colonial Street. Here's some other things that filmed there. Tom Hanks in The Burbs, Christina Ricci at the beginning of expert to the Delhieville video, but hey, that's all made to look like your typical suburban neighborhood. Take a look at this instead. These fanciful sets are left from How the Grinch Stole Christmas. They look good enough to eat, don't you think? Yeah? I wouldn't recommend it though, because we used 2 million linear feet of styrofoam to create these sets from Ron Howard's production. It took a large portion of our backlot, and they also used 10 of our sound stages. They used enough fake snow for 9 football fields, and here's what you could eat. They used 2,000 candy canes in that production that starred Jim Carrey, yeah. They were built on golf cart chassis. You may have noticed we do not have a shortage of golf carts on a movie studio. Now, our poor little Who's, they had a lot more to worry about than just that mean old Grinch. Take a look at who their neighbor is here on our back lot. You are now in front of 2 of the most historic sets still standing in Hollywood, the Bates Motel and the Psycho House from Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho. Now that starred Anthony Perkins as Norman Bates, as well as Janet Leigh. Is there a set today? Okay, that was kind of strange. I don't know why somebody's walking out here dressed like Norman Bates. Okay, we have to get out of here. Everybody just stay really still, and maybe if you just don't move, he won't see us. Okay, Norman, no, it doesn't have to be like that. We're leaving. Norman Bates, you put that knife away right now. Car 4, nice knowing you. Sorry about your luck there. You know what, though, we're not out of harm's way, people. There is a stairway that goes from that motel up to the house. And, yeah, that looks like a really long, sharp time. Daniel, why don't you slow it down? You see, there's the stairway. There he is. Wave goodbye to Norman, everybody. Now we're going to head into a set that is scary in a whole different way. These were used from Steven Spielberg. There's a stairway that you can see a blue door underneath. That is where Tom Cruise and Dakota Fanning emerged from hiding from the aliens in this film. Now those lucky folks over there and their guide, David, they are VIPs. They offer that VIP experience I told you about earlier, so they get to walk around on this set. But hey, we'll make a compromise. You have to stay on my tram, but you can go ahead and stand up while we're stopped to take some pictures. And here's some more commentary.
The airplane crash is a perfect example. It's all designed around a vision.
Talk about war of the world. I thought, what if the 747 goes down right in a big neighborhood? Because it's just something you don't see.
Alright, now do me a favor if you would go ahead and take your seats again so that we can mosey on out of here. Everyone always asks, is that a real airplane? Yes, that is an actual 747. We purchased it for only $8,000 from an aviation graveyard in the Mojave Desert, but it cost $200,000 to get it here. We had to bring the first 3 sections late at night, but this final 4th tail section, it was placed by a helicopter. Now Daniel and I, we get to drive through there several times a day, and every single time, I don't know about Daniel, but I see something different. I noticed something I had never noticed before. So that is because Steven Spielberg told his cast and his crew, if you have junk at home that you need to get rid of, you can bring it and dump it there. And as you can see, they took him up on that offer. Now despite that huge set, it was only used for a few moments in the movie, and Spielberg went on to still use 500 special effects, which was a brand new record for him.